Hey, what up, people? This is the real big boss, Calvin 83. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We got to talk about this. I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes to come in, and then we're gonna give my commentary.
Here's 230 million.
Splitting you up on some hot shit from our OGs. Yo, what's up? This
Baby, I need a back.
album to run this too.
I don't know. I'm just waiting for y'all to come in.
A or rapper B, we got Izzy and
He rap beautiful. They be ready over. Oh look, I come around.
He's in the night saying prayers in the street light. Look at the situation they got me facing. I can't live a normal life. I was raised by the street, so I gotta be there with the hood team. Too much television watching got me taking things. I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. Got my tin in my hand and the cream in my eye. I'm a no-doubt gangster, set tripping banker. And my homies is down, so don't arouse my anger. Fool, death ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life, do or die. What can I say? I'm 23 now, but will I live to see 24? The way you think it's going, I don't know. Tell me why are we so blind to see that the world we heard are you and me? Power and the money, money and the power. Minute after minute, hour after hours. Everybody's running, but half of them ain't looking what's going on in the kitchen. But I don't know what's cooking. They say I got to learn, but nobody's here to teach me. If they can't understand it, how can they reach me? I guess they can't, I guess they won't, I guess they front. That's why I know my life is out of luck, fool.
Hey, yo, we turning it up full frequency. It's Sean Paul, the girls, some overall.
Sirius XM Fly.
Certified quality. But that the girl them need and I cry for every day without apology. What them the right way, that's my policy. Shonda Paul alongside Beyonce. Oh, ill man say, I dirty out.
Oh, I'm seeing some pretty toes out here today.
Come on, girl, tell me how you feeling.
All right. Who's in here? All right, I'm gonna give y'all like a couple more minutes, okay? Like one more minute. We're gonna start the show. We're gonna start the show in 1 minute. And moderators, what I need y'all to do, if y'all here, make sure you be on here in the chat. You know, get rid of them spammers. Also, make sure. Shit, sorry, my mind's still waking up. Make sure they ain't spamming, and make sure you have them hit the like button. All right, welcome to the show. How y'all? I know this was unexpected. So we're gonna be talking about. I was gonna speak on the whole these modern heifers and Tia Mowry's fuckery and how just it's just how these bitches are so fucking delusional. But that's gonna be a different stream coming up. Probably I would say I'm looking around the weekend. Obviously, later it's gonna be a night stream. And before I even get started on the subject, it's going to be a multi-topic. It's a live stream, obviously, but also I have lost so much respect for these modern black heifers. And first you had, I mean, it's just so many. Aisha Curry, I'm not getting no man attention outside my marriage. After she called out these heifers who dress inappropriately and overly provocative and do all this extra shit. Then to turn around and contradict herself. That's and then you have other examples. It's just these women just want to be for the streets. They want to be hyenas. They want to be the city bitches. Oh yeah, this is gonna be unfiltered. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you can't hear the real talk, go sit down somewhere. You can leave. Okay, and you know what? If you ain't donating to the stream, I don't want to hear what you got to say. I mean, yeah, but you got these goofballs who will support other people's streams and they don't talk real shit. They just speak from they just look on some Google and shit and run their mouths. They just regurgitate the same talking point as the last content creator with nothing original. Yes, I'm getting my rant out of the way before we get started. It's always sometimes it's good to rant. Sometimes it's good to you need a vent. I'm not with this men can't complain and vent, but women can and but one party can just vent all day and don't want no help. While the other party's trying to probably get some damn help. You don't want to hear what they gotta say. Regardless of how y'all feel about Tamara, her twin sister, I actually, even though she's a self hater and she's with a racist, conservative, wild husband, cave husband, I have more respect for Tamara because of because of, even though despite she's dealing with she's a bed wench, she has more loyalty to her husband than Tia Mowry. And Tia Mowry leans to more of the pro black side, but she's been cooning. Just like how most black folks do. Out here cooning. Ain't nothing changed. How's your New Year's resolutions? No, y'all still doing the same shit. Y'all worse off than you was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, a decade ago. Still failing badly out here, y'all. We ain't learned nothing. We've been on here. I've been on YouTube since 2007. 2006, I came on YouTube. Look for I enjoyed that free foot fetish content out there on YouTube. But when I came on the YouTube and started when it came to the policies and men's issues, social politics, sociology, psychology, people were actually really speaking bars. It was so organic, the conversations back in 2006 down to 2007, 2008. And that's when I actually started being more inspired to make content. 2009, I started a little bit. Then I started picking up seeing 2010 when I had the Great Depression, my depression. Um, and it was rough. I mean, from 2013. Well, let me see. Let me back up. 2012, I went on. I had a depression between 2012 and 2013. And when it came to those 2 years, 2013, I actually had to reevaluate myself in life. The deep depression took me out at that time. And then when I got picking up steam in 2015, I thought we were going to make some real change. Kind of find out it didn't happen. No revolution. It just started turning into a fuckery fest. I thought the gender war was actually going to be it was actually we were actually going to overcome this gender war and actually focus on the real enemy. Gas is damn near $4 a gallon in North Carolina. I live out in North Carolina. I'm not from North Carolina. Unless I'm born and raised. I'm from New York, New Jersey. When I was a kid, I lived over in London, Paris, and a little bit out there. No, my father was just no, he didn't. He was not on no military bullshit. Okay, but he was just a well-to-do banker. My mom fucked up that marriage. No, raw minute, cheated on him. Just better. She was complicit to a lot of shit. You know, amongst of him inappropriate abuse. I'm not gonna get into that part, but it was real. So, and me dealing with false allegations, you know, I don't know what happened. I mean, oh, okay, I'm back. I don't know what happened. So we're gonna talk about Chris Brown. And my thing is, I gotta play this TikTok video. And you know what? I mean, and shout out to JD Black. I mean, I think I might just um he a content creator out of respect. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna I'm gonna pull up some stuff about Chris Brown because the have the, this is the shit we gotta talk about. First, we're gonna read this. All right, this is what we're gonna touch on. And hit the like button. Tommy Lee calls out Chris Brown's black men. Fuck your baby and his daddy too. A couple of reality stars will soon meet in the boxing ring, but first Natalie Nunn and Tommy Lee are airing out. Are Natalie Nunn and Tommy Lee are airing one another out on social media. Natalie rose to fame for their often heated, hot-headed personalities, which has helped them amass fans worldwide. Not only that, the pair have inked lucrative deals due to their love-hate relationship with the public. And this Saturday, is stepping into the ring. Basically, let me tell you, Melody, the hef is this. Keep cool, as long as you're cooning and buffooning and being a mammy, being a ghetto gagging Negro bedwench, of course you're gonna get deals. Sell your soul for that dollar. Of course you're gonna get deals. Yeah, we got another one. Oh my god, I lost another. Oh my god, I had two viewers and they just left because I'm just keeping it too real out here. Nunn and Lee will be throwing fist cuts live on the Zeus Network to help hype the fight. They engaged in social media antics. The videos of the pair warring it out, both verbally and physically, emerged. Included a clip that shows pulling their wig off. Later, Nunn and Lee disrespected Chris Brown that had to do with the singer's young son. Okay, we'll play this video.
At the time of our life, Natalie got us backstage with Chris Brown. Once we was headed to our section with Chris Brown in the little back. No, wait till he was done. Why the fuck did Tommy see Chris Brown baby and was like, oh, his baby is so cute? And they grabbed the baby and put him in the room. She smacked the door in. They went ballistic. Why would you do something like that? And it put me and Jonathan and Natalie in danger. We literally had to fight off 3 different niggas because of what Tommy did. And she was drunk. I don't even know that this was high. Bro, this is the second time. We are in London, guys. We are in London. And then she started to proceed to scream out, fuck Chris Brown's baby. Fuck Chris Brown baby. Like, why would you say something like that?
I need you to understand, but melanated women, these modern melanated heifers are the victim, and people are picking on them. People, you see how masculine these heifers are? Unladylike, unfeminine, just brash, loud, boisterous. And yet you dudes be dealing with these type of women. And this is the problem I have with Chris Brown. Let me just play this clip. I'm not gonna play that again, but you get the. But this is wow. Oh my God. Oh, and these women talking about they're so dainty and so soft and sweet. Look at this shit. But the pro wax will talk about. Don't talk about my black queens like that. They're the mother of the earth. You, I got a question for you, pro wax hoe ass niggas, and the ones who want to de-police passport bros. If you speak so highly of these black queens, how come you're not married to them? How come you're not how come you're not providing? How come you're not paying for dates to get with these women that you're telling me I should deal with? How come you're not married, and how come you don't have more than one wife up from these heifers, right? How come you don't have more than one wife? How come you ain't having them stay in your place? You pay for everything. Oh, I forgot, she paying your bills. Why don't you dudes who are so the black woman's god? Why don't you marry these women? Why are you telling me to do something you're not doing yourself? And many of y'all got multiple baby mamas. I'm not gonna mention nobody's names, okay? Y'all got multiple baby mamas. Some of y'all ain't even taking care of your kids. But a lot of times it's the system that we call out that she's not letting you see the kids. She's trying to go for the court. She's trying to do all these proper procedures, paying out lawyers and shit. But you're gonna tell me I need to wife these heifers? I need to, not generalize. This shit is the norm. This is not this is not an isolated incident, people. This is how they conduct themselves. Come out to Durham County, North Carolina. Come out to Raleigh. Okay? Come out to Atlanta. Come out to DC. Come out to New York. Come out to Jersey. Okay? Come out all the way out to California, West Coast, LA, San Diego, Oakland. Come out there. Come out to Vegas. Come out to Texas. Come out to Houston. This is what you will see. Come out to New Orleans. This is what you see. A bunch of hyenas acting a fool. Detroit. Chicago. South Florida. Jacksonville. That's northern Florida. Orlando. This is what you see. Okay? And stop trying to normalize and act like this shit don't exist. Oh, that's just, social media. Where are these? Then who's posting these social medias of these events? Oh, that's just one or two incidents. That doesn't happen. Then why we got so many viral videos of these happenings? We got millions of videos, candid videos, not skits. We're not talking about skits. We're talking about organic, candid videos of these heifers. Okay? Why are you dudes caping for them? Y'all don't even want to wife them. Y'all got kids for them and don't want to live with them. Y'all are going for an ugly ass divorce, but see, I told you about black men. Black men don't care about the younger black men. Black man sold his soul to the dope, sold his soul for that pussy, for that money, to floss for these hoes. That's where you went wrong at. You older black men I'm speaking of. You wonder why millennials, Gen Z don't respect y'all? Those who were Gen Xers, but I'm talking about, but they were like close to the millennials. Y'all the ones that y'all let these females get out of pockets. Y'all the ones who started simping. Y'all made simping cool out in the 60s, out in the 70s, down to the 80s. Y'all promoted all the simp shit. I'm not even near the topic, but I gotta air this shit out. But these women are so sweet and dainty. You know, they need protection. Seems like, let me say this. Let me pull this up. We're gonna talk. We're talking about this today. We're gonna talk about this today. And basically, oh, Shanquella, who got ambushed he from Charlotte. You know, it's a train, but basically he got ambushed by a bunch of hyenas. And you know how quick melanated women threw the gay community underneath the bus, but they are huge supporters of the gay community. They're huge supporters of these white feminist bitches. There's still no justice for black female violence. Hell, there's no justice for where's the outrage of black women doing harm to trans women? Where's that outcry? You notice there's no outcry on that. You notice there's no outcry on that. You notice there's no outcry. Now, if that was a dude who found out he was tricked and beat the brakes off that transformer, you know what I'm saying? And beat the brakes, he'd be brought on hate crime charges. So if basically a heterosexual man can't touch a gay person, especially if it's a female, but a lot of these females are suspect they got gay tendencies more so than the men. A lot of homosexual there's a huge yeah, exactly. They hold black men to different standards, like the rest of society, and the black community is worse. They don't want no. They're talking about where's all the masculine men. Well, my question is, where's all that fit, friendly, cooperative women at? And I'm not going to mention no. I'm not going to name drop anybody right now. But you got a bunch of pro whack heifers. You probably might know who she is talking cash shit about the manosphere. Now, here's the thing. I don't fuck with the manosphere. My content may be aligned and associated, but I don't fuck with these clowns because of the fact that there's too much simping and fuckery. These guys talking about pumping and dumping these hyenas, but complaining about them. But when I offered a solution where we could actually get real change, like Dr. Tiasan Johnson and like the Green Gorilla is trying to do, get policy change through this gynocratic government, through the corporations. When we talk about, even had Kevin Samuels talk about men need to start financing and supporting other men. We need to use our buying power, since women like to take money from us anyway, use our buying and support each other and actually invest in each other, invest in other men. A lot of dudes ain't trying to do that. I'm not in contact with that racist bigot. And as far as Dwayne Hahn, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in years. But here's the thing. And Kevin, I don't know about Kevin. I don't fuck with none of them clowns. I don't fuck with none of them clowns. That's the thing. What you realize is that when I stood on principle. You know what I'm saying? Ultimate moralizer. I stood on principle. That's why they didn't fuck with me either. Because when I started calling out their fuckery off camera and even during their content, when I started calling out on their fuckery, but here's the thing. I took criticism, regardless if it came from a good place or not. I took the criticism and made necessary self improvements. Still doing this to this day. Let me say what you say, Tricks. Oprah won't say anything because it doesn't fit her narrative. Notice how the BLM chicks go hard on straight black men, of course, and they make money off of black male death. They make money off of black males being unalived, being deleted. They don't see this doesn't fit the narrative because I could have showed you that whole clip. I don't see. I'm in my car, but I got to get back on my laptop. But here's the thing. That's why I need to get on my Patreon page because to me I'm feeling I'm gonna have to create that Patreon page because there's a lot of shit I could show you. I can't show it on YouTube because I can't even show it on TikTok. I can't even show that shit on TikTok. I actually you'll see me more on TikTok than on YouTube, but you're gonna see me on YouTube because I'm doing live streams and I will repost the videos that got taken down from TikTok and I will post it on YouTube. It doesn't fit the narrative yet. I'm still waiting for why Oprah did not speak on Shanquella. I know why she didn't speak on it. It doesn't fit the narrative. I showed you those two hyenas. Let me read some of you. Let me read. One thing that's messed up is that there's so many female Gen Zers who get paid on OnlyFans for doing stupid. Yeah, nasty as hell. Nasty and raunchy, and then complain about how come I'm not valued. Look here, chicks on OnlyFans. I'm indifferent to the platform. I'm indifferent to chicks who want to sell feet pictures, feet videos, show off their coochie, show off their tatas, show off their booty. Okay? If that's what you want to do, understand that. Even if these guys are paying y'all, which is a problem, here's the thing. You're not going to be taken serious. He's not going to bring around his mommy. He's not going to bring around his daddy, but he damn sure ain't going to bring around his mama. Because women, mamas do got a vetting process, even though she trash too. The women in his family are not going to tell you, son, nephew, you could do so much better, even if he ain't no high value man. That's what the caring people who care about you and your family will do. You got women crying that they're not taken seriously, especially these melanated heifers, crying. How come I'm not valued as a woman for being a slut? When did they ever do that at? Speaking of the Chad Wheeler situation, it's like the situation doesn't happen. Exactly. You know what? We're gonna just talk about that right now because this is why I'm doing this live stream, because the selective outrage. A lot of women are bashing Chris. A lot of women, particularly melanated women, are bashing Chris Brown. It's not because Rhianna was in the wrong. She was actually more so in the wrong than he is. Chris Brown, what he should have done is told his side of the story. And like I say, get video evidence, audio evidence. But my thing is, the best situation is not to deal with a crazy ass heifer. Now, he was 19, but however, this is why the red pill philosophy is needed when it comes to young men and you older men. Because these type of women, these Gen Zers, these late millennials, Gen Z type of women, I'm an early millennial. These type of females they are not wifey material. I am not. That's why I support passport brothers, the passport men. MGTOW had all the right answers, even though they stole some concepts from True Force Holiness. We gotta keep it real out here. And I'm gonna speak on. We're gonna talk about that Chad Wheeler situation because I'm waiting for, but we're gonna talk about Chad Wheeler. We're gonna also talk about Dana White. Nobody's calling us shit out. Dana White, and I actually saw the uncut video. Now, I didn't see the whole thing, obviously, but I saw the cut where he's having an argument. Where Dana White is actually, he's Caucasian, she Caucasian. Dana White and his wife is having an argument. Probably arguing on some BS. Okay? So his wife of Dana White's wife slaps him. So he reacts. It's a natural reaction. Now, you people will say, well, he should have just why is the man always got to do all that crap? Why don't the woman keep her hands to herself? Why don't the woman keep her mouth closed and get the fuck out of Dodge? The dude does not have you in a corner. Even if the dude corner you, do you think other people will let that happen? Absolutely not. Let me read some of your comments before I speak on the Chad Lewis situation. Because I also got some other white folks I want to call out. And also I'm calling out these women too. Because there's a black misandry problem in this country that a lot of people, especially pro-blacks, do not want to talk about. Oh, Calvin, you should not be discussing this because this is a Jules own platform. Fuck that. Why don't you tell these heifers that for 60 fucking years had all talk cash shit about black men. Women talk cash shit about men in general. Told half truths, told pieces of truth, segments of truth, but left out what they did and didn't do. Oh, hell no. No, tell the whole thing, chick. I'm tired of these, oh, just believe all heifers. No. Of course they love their, of course. There's a white male worshiping problem out here. The cave society worship is getting out of control. And here's the thing. Now I'm going to probably be called a coon. I will be called a coon. I said a lot of times when these females are unalived by their zaddy, a lot of times guess what I realized? You know, a lot of black women murder men. Black women are the leaders of being violent towards men, being violent and aggressive towards random men than any other demographic. They will say white women do this too. Here's the thing. White females will use proxy violence and use law enforcement more so. But I got to keep it a stack. White females may use the Klan, the white nationals, the military, but it's still proxy violence. Meanwhile, you have black women who will set up brothers, just like that white bitch. You have black women who will set up brothers. And this is women in general, but black women will set up brothers. Black women will use law enforcement to try to get black men unalived. You got a lot of women on TikTok laughing and rejoicing over the death of black men. But I'm supposed to provide protection. I'm supposed to sleep with these women. I'm supposed to be a provider and protector. I'm supposed to just love these women for who they are. No. I'm like this, son. I'm gonna like this. The response to this comment. I can't tell you what you shouldn't do. That has to be your personal choice. I'm not gonna say at this point, you should go to overseas because that's what you want to do. To meet women, it should not be the focal point at this point. You should go overseas because you just want to enjoy life, you want to live culture, you want to have peace. Yes, you should work your issues out before you go overseas, don't get me wrong. But my thing, that's a personal choice. But women, the females are females because feminism is over there too. Granocracy is spreading. That's why you got these Muslim countries, these Arab countries, these Middle East, some of these Asian countries and African countries are trying to make sure there's no access to social media from these women. There's no media outlets for these women. That's why they don't let women have driver's licenses. That's why they don't let them watch Western television, Western media. They put men first because without men, they're not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And bars right there. White males can't do no wrong. And the thing is, yeah, this one. The reason why they use incel because it doesn't fit the narrative. If they actually spoke on this, and I remember talking to racist Bill Greathouse. I remember saying this, hey man, hey, when I was talking about and because the reason why he had an issue with me, as me speaking truth to power, but because I got more popular and more influential than he did. I had more charisma than this motherfucker. I had more charisma, more wit, more hammering the message home. I stood on principle. His simp ass, because he's a simp, because when he started seeing women, he started hiding. See, with me, one thing you can never say about me, the way I am on here is the way I am when I step out that when I log off. I'm the same guy 24 fucking 7. You understand what I'm saying? I'm the same guy 24/7. Online, offline. I stand by what I mean. I do what I mean. I am who I am. And I am whatever you say I am. Here's the thing about this. They are not going to give any black empowering program that will get black people free. They certainly are not going to give any black man rights. Because that's a genocidal approach. That's what they fear. They're not going to give black men rights. We're going to have to take it from them. Now, I'm not going to say how, because but one thing they can't stop you. You have to be them. You have to be the change. It starts with you. I got my own tactics, but I ain't going to say it on here. You know what I'm saying? It starts with you. This is what they can't stop you. It starts with you. This is why the red pill conscious philosophy is needed with black men. Yes, they were celebrating the death of Kevin Samuels. They were celebrating the death of Kevin Samuels, Kobe Bryant. They were celebrating the wrongful conviction of Tory Lanez. They were celebrating how Andrew Tate was arrested and wrongfully arrested. But guess what? Andrew Tate is a free man. He is, based on the reports, you can look it up. Andrew Tate was lied on. But are they going to do any stories on that? Absolutely not. Because it doesn't fit the narrative. It doesn't fit the narrative. It doesn't fit the narrative, people. It doesn't fit the narrative. A female can lie on a man. You get acquitted. But guess what? Nothing happens to her. Even if you try to sue the bitch. They do not want to put women in prison. They do not want to hold women accountable. There's no money in that. Exactly. Let me. We're going to look up Chad. We're going to talk about Chad Wiler right now. I'm going to go try. Do you know? As I look up Chad Wiler, there's no latest updates. Basically, it's an open and shut case. So we're going to read. So let me see. It's a short. It's a short report from ESPN. You're right. The reason. Let me say this before I start. Let me tell you why that is. Because women are exploited financially. There's no money in holding women accountable. Why do you think government programs are pushed for women? It's not to improve their lives. No, this city girl culture is not to empower them. The thought culture is not to empower them. No, no, that's not about that. Because the children suffer and the men suffer. The reason why they don't want to hold them accountable, because that means you hold yourself accountable, self-improvement. They want women to be illogical and emotional. They're not emotional creatures like that. If you're talking about nurturing and being sympathetic, but they're not empathetic. The thing is, women are not emotional. They're heartless bitches. Mean and nasty. Extra. If you're a nurturing person, you don't abandon your husband. You don't kick him out of his own house that he's paying for. I don't care if you're going 50-50 on the bills. No. He's providing something that money can never buy. And if he's a man doing those things, you got women who let their girlfriends, a single girlfriend, women who are unhappily married, give them the worst type of advice, because women don't care about each other. They care about democracy and power. I saw that whole clip of Ray Rice. She spit in his face and hit him. Now the spit part, come on now. My thing is, but you know that's so funny about this, about Ray Rice? Why? How come I don't think they banned Chad Wheeler from the NFL. I don't think they didn't abandon. Whatever happened to Josh Brown? What they didn't ban Roethlisberger. Brandon Roethlisberger been accused of RAP3 rape. Why isn't he banned from the NFL? How come they didn't cancel Ben Roethlisberger? I already know the answer to the question. Why come Josh Brown he was still able to be in the NFL organization even if they gets him play again? How come they kicked Ray Rice to the curb? Josh Brown still had a job somewhere in the NFL, even if he wasn't playing. Ben Roethlisberger still played, despite what they know he did. White privilege. That's what it stems from. But white female privilege is on some other type of shit that a lot of white males don't understand. No, I don't agree with that type of shit. He's stupid. You got too many guys who make money and they struggle to get women, so that's bullshit. They make money, they're in shape. You have women who will sleep with men, sleeping under the bridge on the highway, sleeping in a cardboard box, fresh out of jail, fresh out of prison, a criminal history, a terrible criminal past, and he's still getting buns, still getting a place to stay. Let me see this. Women are not hypergamous. I mean, women are hypergamous, but they don't respect that dude. They just want to take what you got. They don't want to fuck with you. It's not even hypergamous. It's just some hoe shit. They're just being hoes. Let me say this. If a woman really want to fuck with you, she's going to fuck with you. It don't matter how much bread you got or don't have. You got a lot of these goofy, extra average, D- below average D- heifers who think they deserve the top tier dudes, but they don't cook, they don't clean, they got a bad attitude problem. They're not a people. Women used to be people persons when I was coming up. It's not like that no more with the Gen Z crowd. With the mid to late millennials, all the way down to Gen Zs, these heifers don't have no social skills. They meet men off of apps, and then they want to try to prostitute their way to get it all, but no substance. We can talk about men being the problem, but I will argue if all men stop entertaining women, she'll find some other. There's always a simp on standby that she can call. There's too many simps out here. I tried telling Bill Greathouse that when I said do away with gynocracy, and he talked about men are taking care of their kids. Men need to have an opportunity to do. Why should she wreck a home? Because I don't know. I feel because he left his relationship, but like he left his relationship, and last time I checked, he was getting. My thing is, I don't fuck with that concept because you co-parent, that's it, or you get back together and work things out. Let me read this Chadwell article. Seattle, former NFL offensive lineman Chad Wheeler, who has been on house arrest as he awaits trial in his ongoing felony domestic violence case, recently violated a court order by removing his electronic at-home monitoring device as a spokesperson for the King's prosecutor's office told ESPN Tuesday. This dates back to August 2022. Basically like 6 months now or more. According to court documents obtained by ESPN's, Wheeler's defense attorney said his client was experiencing mental health crisis. Here we go. Another white privilege trope. Another white privilege get out of jail free card. Mental health. I say I got mental health. They don't give a damn. And it's actually documented. I do. On the evening, July 30, because if he has mental health issues, then he should be locked up in the mental health facility, like I was. But this motherfucker can walk around free claiming mental health, and there's nothing wrong with this motherfucker. Now, I don't know if there is or not, but if you're violent, they ain't got nothing to do with mental health. You had a bitch who ran over 6 people out in. You had a nurse out in California, and she was a BW. She was an American black woman. She ran over people, had a breakdown, and ran over and murdered 6 people with her vehicle and crashed and just ran over buildings and stuff, messed up a lot of property out in California, somewhere in California. But guess what? She got a slap on the wrist. Now, if I know, I could say, what if she was Caucasian? What would the outcome be? She still, she would certainly get a slap, a light slap on the wrist. Ain't nothing really at this point. There's nothing different because it's gynocracy. But let me go back to the article. On the evening of July 31st, I think 2021, he was no. He was experiencing mental health crisis on the evening July 31st, 2022, when he took off his clothes and removed the electronic home monitoring device from his ankle and began wandering the streets in the Seattle suburb of Redmond. A friend located Wiler called for help and took a photograph of him being tended by first responders while naked. Wiler was taken to the mental health evaluation and released the next morning. Kane County prosecutors asked for an emergency hearing Tuesday afternoon in which a judge denied request to raise Wheeler's bail to $800,000 to keep him in custody. They ain't gonna let that blonde cave get away with that shit. Actually, let me take that back. They're gonna let that blonde they're not gonna raise no bail. They're not gonna lock him up. He Caucasian. Okay. According to the spokesperson, Wheeler will remain in the EHM bi-monthly urinalysis, and his medication intake will also be monitored by professionals, and the victim will be notified if there's an electronic home monitoring device violation. Wheeler, who attended Tuesday's hearing with the attorney Diego Vargas, previously posted um, $400,000 bond after his arrest in January 2021. Weaver had recently finished his second season with the Seattle Seahawks, and when he was accused twice of choking and then girlfriend until she lost consciousness. The woman's injuries included fractured humerus and dislocated elbow. Wiler, who has bipolar, said he was experiencing a manic episode during the incident. The woman, Aaliyah, said she was unsure rather that alleged assault was related to Wheeler's mental health. He pleaded not guilty to criminal charges of first-degree domestic violence assault, domestic violence, unlawful imprisonment, resisting arrest. And they didn't trump none of those charges. Wheeler's trial date is scheduled for September 26th. That's basically passed. And his has been pushed several times as a result of continuances requested by the granted defense. So basically, he got off. He got off. Chadwell got away with. He got off scot-free. Technically, Chadwell got off scot-free. Let me see what's going on here. It's ridiculous how brainwashed self-entitled women are. They have too many rights. It's ridiculous that they're still worshipped up to this day. I don't see any evolution. Speaking of the racial issue, it's crazy how racist people were when Trump was president. They thought it was okay to be racist because of him. Same thing with Boris Johnson. He just blacks too. Let me say this. America's always been a racist country. America, UK, Canada, any Anglo-Saxon country is racism because racism is in the DNA of the cave Anglo-Saxon. It's in their nature because it's actually survival. It's cave white survivalism. Trump being there, Hillary being there, America will just it's still what it is. The difference is with Clintons, they're just very covert. It wouldn't be no different. It would not be no different. And now I don't know if y'all. I didn't get around to doing this. This is Josh Seals. This is Josh Seals. Nobody's talking about Josh Seals. Nobody has done a video on Josh Seals. Your divestors, your ghetto gagging Negro bed wenches, your fake pro blacks, your social media fake pro blacks ain't done no video, ain't done no content on Josh Seals. But y'all want to. Oh, I forgot. It doesn't fit the narrative. Maybe, and I might just do this on TikTok later on when I get home, or but maybe just in Cambridge, Ohio, a reserved offensive lineman for the NFC champion Philadelphia Eagles will make an initial court appearance in Ohio on a rape and kidnapping charges next month after waiving his arraignment in the case. Even if they don't, they waive him. He can still be part of the organization. He just can't play. He can have ownership, minority ownership, probably coach. He can probably coach, or probably be in the staff somewhere, front office, low key. Josh Seals, Josh Seals, an undrafted free agent who appeared in just one game this season, was scheduled to appear in Guernsey, Guernsey County Common Pleas Court on February 16th, the post Valentine's Day of Singles Awareness Day. He instead chose to waive his appearance, and a not guilty plea was entered on his behalf. Seals remains free on $25,000 cash bond he posted, and he's due to appear at a pre-trial hearing March 19th. I'm gonna keep tabs on that. The rookie who played at West Virginia and Oklahoma State was indicted January 31st by a Guernsey County grand jury. His attorney, Michael Koenig, has said the allegations are false and that Stills will be aggressively defended. Okay. It's funny how when it comes to black men, we don't get that. I don't get that. We don't get that. We don't get that. We don't get the benefit of the doubt. We can have video evidence, like the Ohio State players. The video I just did recently of those black men being acquitted. Those black college football players in Ohio State being acquitted. This is why I say I don't see no issue with Sharia law. But now these fuck boys have an issue because they can't be on no hoe shit. That's why they against it, because they want to just smash and dash these hoes, but they complain about these hoes. Seals was listed as a backup guard and played just 4 snaps on special teams against the Cardinals on October 9th. And that was 2022. The one game he played, he was on the inactive list for most of the year and was placed on the commissioner's exempt list after he was indicted, meaning he couldn't practice or play travel with the Eagles as they prepared for their Super Bowl matchup with the Kansas City Chiefs. The indictment accuses Seals, who is from Sayersville, Ohio, of engaging in sexual activity that was not consensual. Let me stop right there. But let's just say this. If that was a brother, this was a black man, they would not say, this is what they would say, the indictment of, I'll use my name, Calvin, who was from, I'll say Raleigh, North Carolina, of engaging in sexual activity that was not consensual. No, they would call it RAP, free. They would call it RAPE. That's what they would call it. They wouldn't say all that. And hold there against the real. They would say some utter wicked ass shit to demonize the image of the black man. See, there's a different tone when it comes to these news reports, and we got to pay attention to the tone. And I think and this is what content creators need to start doing. But see, there's no money in that. There's no money in the truth. There's no money in keeping things real. I have to follow trends and narratives to get to make money off of YouTube, or I'm not here for the money. I'm here for real change. To me, when we got the real positive change, then the wealth will come after the fact. But people ain't trying to do that. I digress. Basically, the indictment of accused Seals, who was from Sarasota, Ohio, of uh, engaging in rape and holding a woman against her will, kidnapping. A statement issued by the Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost said the indictment was immediately reported and the county sheriff's office contacted a detailed investigation. Mm-hmm. I mean, fuck voting, fuck voting, fuck voting. Where do black men benefit? Well, how have black men benefited off of voting? How have black people, but particularly black men, have benefited off of voting? Nothing. It's an empty stats. It's like basically you gotta be Devin Booker. You know how Devin Booker was. We know the Phoenix Suns I think shooting guard. That's Phoenix Suns NBA star Devin Booker. For the first 7 years, his teams were always losing before he made the playoffs. Basically, you're Devin Booker before you got Chris Paul and Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? You are a Devin Booker. You're an empty stats guy. You put up great numbers. You're now. I'll even throw in another one. DeMarcus Cousins. You're an empty stats guy. You're the best player on a losing team. It don't mean nothing because you're not going to make the playoffs until you get signed to a contender. Or and like for Devin Booker's case, he got Chris Paul. Made it all the way to the NBA Finals just to get knocked out by the Bucks. To me, I thought the Suns should have had that. They should have had that series. And then they get bounced out by the Mavericks. You got the best record in the NBA, and you get blown out at your home floor in Game 7 in your gym. You get by a slow Dallas team, a slow Google Doncic. But I digress. Oh, that's real. But see, that was black. Now, black women will say they got the same treatment, which they didn't. Black women were celebrated. Now, you have family that would probably. I got good grades and I didn't get shit. I didn't get my first car. I didn't get nothing. I didn't get no reward. I bust my ass. I didn't get nothing for doing the right thing. So what does that say? You could be a black man doing the right thing and still get treated like shit. What's good? What's the point of being a good guy, a responsible guy, if you're just disrespected? But I digress. Mm-hmm. Now we're gonna get on Chris Brown. No, let's talk about Dana White. Let's talk about Dana White. So basically, TMZ reported UFC president Dana White for slapping his wife, even though you see her slapping the dog shit out of his wife, slapping the dog shit out of him. But see, this is granocracy. Dana White and his wife Amy White got into an altercation with each other at a Kobu nightclub New Year's Eve, and they have video footage according to the article and video. And the couple was enjoying the festivities in a VIP area in El School Row, where things quickly escalated a few minutes into year 2023. They exchanged some words, and then Annie slaps him. Annie slaps the dog shit out of him in the face. You hit somebody in the face, it's a natural response. I don't care. I'm so sick and tired of women being looked at these soft, sweet, gentle creatures. No, these heifers are barbaric. Exactly. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's no benefit. So I couldn't. So I'm just gonna speak on. I'm not gonna read the whole article. What I'm gonna do is watch the video myself and give my commentary. I ain't gonna read all that stuff. So I'm gonna watch it from my end.
What happened that night? What happened leading up to that video?
Well, I'm in Cabo, Mexico, for the holidays with my family, and my wife and I were out Saturday night on New Year's Eve, and unfortunately, that's what happened. I'm one of the guys, you've heard me say for years, there's never ever an excuse for a guy to put his hands on a woman, and now here I am on TMZ talking about it. But my wife and I have been married for almost 30 years.
See, the problem with these
happened, and my wife and I, is what it is.
So funny. So
don't put your hands on a woman ever. My wife.
So really fucked up. These guys will tell you one thing. These females will tell you one thing, but they'll do something totally different. And that's going to be another discussion. That's going to be another future discussion. I am tired of these dudes talking about this, but these are the same dudes who actually put hands on women, regardless of what was justified or not. I hate hypocrites. This is, and you know what? I'll even bring up Michael Avenatti. Y'all know Michael Avenatti, right? Who went after R. Kelly? The racist Michael Avenatti. But guess what? He had dirt too. He had his moment, his wake up call with. He was accused of domestic violence. He actually put hands on a woman. And then he tried to lie on camera and say he didn't, but he did, regardless of the circumstances. But see, these guys trying to no. How about you guys just tell the truth? Yeah, this bitch was acting crazy. This bitch got aggressive. This bitch, I neutralized the threat. There's women who have put men in hospitals. There's women who talk about, I will carry that iron. There's women who have beaten men to death with their bare hands. Even the guy who was trying to actually defend himself. Y'all act like women don't take martial arts. Y'all act like women. There are women who are in law enforcement who can take you out. There are women who are military or ex-military that can fuck you up. But we should never put hands on women to protect ourselves. You got women who are black belts in karate, martial arts, jiu-jitsu, street fighters. You got women who are hood thugs. Fuck out of here. Let me see. The same men who's been falsely accused, abused, but still see females as themselves and the damsels in distress. There's no that's never existed throughout historical time. If you actually do your real history, women have never been that way. If that was the case, then you would never have Mama Bear. Mama Bear does exist. Well, actually, Mama Bear, the way these females treat their children, no, I ain't seen it like that. I ain't seen it like that.
We have 3 kids, and obviously, since the video popped up, we've shown I've been married for almost 30 years. We've known each other since we were 12 years old. We've obviously been through some shit together, and we've got 3 kids. And this is one of those situations that's horrible. I'm embarrassed, but it's also one of those situations that is right now we're more concerned about our kids. We have 3 kids, and obviously since the video popped up, we've shown the kids the video, and we're more focused on our family right now. People are going to have opinions on this, and most of the people's opinions would be right, and especially in my case, you don't put your hands on a woman ever. My wife and I obviously love each other. We've been together for a very long time. We've known each other since we were very little, and this is just one of those unfortunate situations.
You were at a place in Cabo.
Let me say this. For people, period. If you're going to put your hands on somebody, I don't care how angry you are. Now, here's the thing. You got to factor in verbal abuse. The context. I will say when it comes to that, use your words back. Depending on the situation. But most women don't know how to do that. They don't know how to be witty like that. They don't know how to clap back. So you see women being the aggressors over words. I don't know what he says, so I can't speak on that part. Just know there's nothing he could have said for her to put her hands on her husband. What's wrong with you? That says a lot about her. There's nothing that she could have done to put her hands on her husband. I don't give a damn if he was cheating. Maybe you should have hit the gym, heifer. You should have known how to shut the fuck up. You should have kept the house clean while he was working his ass off. You want a high value man? Well, this is the cost of having a high value man and keeping a high value man. But see, you can't have a real conversation with these women. They think they don't have to do nothing but rest and being a city hoe. I will not. I will not. I will not. I will not. Here's the thing. There's no point in talking about Neo. Here's the thing. Everything you see going on is part of Neo NWO. All the shit that I'm talking about is all the foundation of NWO. That's why I don't need to call out NWO. White supremacy is NWO. Old is still old. No, it's not. Just let me tell you about New World Order. Ain't nothing new about New World Order. This is Old World Order. They just changed the concept. It's still Old World Order. Modern day lynching. Okay? Ain't nothing new with this. This is Old World Order. This ain't nothing changed. It's just you got cars that, the cars, the shape of the ways the cars are built have changed. The infrastructure, the real estate, the cost of living has changed. That's the only thing those things have changed, but it's still associated with New World Order, which is Old World Order. I ain't got no problem talking about it, but I'm just gonna call for what the fuck it is. I call it white supremacy. I call it gynocracy. That's tied to white supremacy. Feminism is white supremacy. That's what I call it. That's Old World Order. Gynocracy, Old World Order. Black folks on these liberal blacks. The Democrats, Old World Order. Conservatives, Republicans, Old World Order. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nothing new about this shit. COVID was Old World Order. that what you call New World Order is what's really Old World Order. Old World Order. OWO. 9/11. Old World Order. It ain't new. See, all these labels, red pill, blue pill, black pill, fuck all that. There's only two. Conscious, awakened, woke. It's all these labels. We like to throw all these labels. We like to throw all these names, all these concepts. It always came down to two concepts. It always came down to two choices. You really don't have it's actually one choice. The only choice you have is to buckle against the system, overthrow this government, overthrow the system, dismantle this system. That's the only option you have. There ain't no other option. We're gonna play the rest of this video.
That where alcohol flows. Yeah, I mean, Dana, what we were told by people who were in the club, that it, at least to them, seemed that there was a lot of alcohol involved in this situation.
There was definitely.
Basically, this bitch is basically. You mean to tell me a middle-aged woman cannot hold her own liquor? She don't have to drink to have a good time. See, again, the TMC is when TMC started. It started as unpopular news. Now TMZ has sold out for money. That's the problem. That is the problem with us. We sell out for money. We sell out for cash. So we need to stop being hoes. And I got 5 people watching this. Hit that like button and definitely hit the cash app. I'm not asking. Hey, if y'all could cash app these clowns, I'm just speaking people in general. If you could cash app $100, pay cash app PayPal, hit the cash app. I mean, come on. Like, look, I can't get no lunch. Y'all you got people be cash apping, PayPal and super chatting, and these bitches are driving nice cars making a YouTube video. YouTube is OnlyFans to these heifers. They don't have to take no clothes off. All they got to do is pretend they agree with men and they claim to be for men's issues, but they're not even saying nothing original. They don't even have a husband. They don't even have a man. And if he is, they're no different than these level up bitches. They still date bums. They still do the 304 whole shit. You know? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let me play the rest of the video. Hit that like button and cash app your man some money. I'm serious. I need some water. Shoot, I can't be no content creator helping y'all, and I got bills. And I got to work multiple jobs. But them hoes, them goofy content creators, they don't have to break their neck to make ends meet. And y'all basically helping them buy Ferraris and shit. They living in a nice mansion and shit with you making 6 figures of 6 figures a month, 6 figures every 2 weeks. Sitting on their ass talk about nothing. But I can't even get $10, $5 to $10. Y'all can't. You wonder why nobody want to tell the truth. We got to start financing facts. We got to start financing facts over feelings. We got to start supporting truth tellers. Okay? They need to be kicked off that pedestal. These dudes talking all this, a lot of these dudes talking this red pill shit, they're not even about that shit. Your so-called, he wasn't even about the shit he was talking. Bill. He talked about some stuff, but he was out there simping. He called all these men vaginas, but he was a vagina his bitch ass self. Let me play the rest of this video.
It's what it is, and whatever people do say, it's deserved. I deserve it. It happened. I don't know why it happened, and my wife and I have apologized.
You know exactly why it happened. Y'all had a disagreement. She didn't like what you said, and she bopped you upside your head, and you reacted.
Have apologized to each other. We've apologized to our kids, and this is one of those things that everybody's going to chime in. I could care less what anybody else thinks about this. Right now, what we're more concerned about are our kids and taking care of our family.
In the video that we've seen, it seems like this what started and was over in less than a minute. Is that we don't?
Absolutely. The simping actually started with them. The simping actually, they are the first simps, the first Dusty simps, the first Pookie and Ray Ray.
I haven't seen any video beyond that. Is it fair to say that this ended? How did this situation end?
That was the beginning of it and the end of it, and we're still on vacation. Everything. You're talking about somebody who is, her and I have.
And let me stop this part because I have to interject. You notice how white women are not telling him. You know how these white hoes are not telling any white to leave her husband. You notice that ain't going around. I'm not saying you got some. They're not saying you need to leave him. Like Tia Mowry, you need to leave him. You could do better. No, she's gonna stay. See, this is why you don't listen to women who tell you to leave, but they stay with their husband. She just a crabs in the barrel mentality. You had Ray Rice's wife be told by these heifers that she needs to leave him and break up the family over disagreements and incidences. Like she was the whole victim. Neither was the victim. Why? Because she went flying. Hey, I've been knocked to the curb by. Let me say this. When it came to certain women, even when it comes to having relations, I've been knocked to the ground. These women are aggressive in the goddamn bedroom. There are women who have knocked guys to the ground with her bare hands and feet. There's nothing soft and dainty and docile, damsel in distress about these heifers.
We've known each other since we were 12 years old, and we've been married for almost 30 years. So, we're obviously best friends. She's my wife, and we had too much to drink, and whatever happened that night happened. But yeah, that was it. And it was done.
Dana, the final thing, you say whatever happened that night happened. Do you remember it?
No, I don't remember a lot. So no. Obviously, this thing, it's one of those situations. It's embarrassing for both of us, but more importantly, what we're more concerned about are our kids. We're concerned about. Listen, nobody knows you better than your kids.
Nah, I don't know about that part.
Know you. They grow up in your house with.
A lot of times you don't really understand how your parents are until you actually start paying attention to how they are as an adult. Especially when you just be out, when you're not around them like that, you start reflecting. You realize how your parents ain't worth a damn. Some of y'all realize that your parents ain't shit.
House with you, they see everything, they hear everything, they know everything, and everybody always asks me, questions about, well, do I care about this? Do I care about that? And my question is always the same. My legacy and all this other stuff with work doesn't mean anything to me. It's all about your family, It's about your wife and kids, and in this situation too. Like I'm saying, everybody's going to have an opinion. We're just worried about our family and focused on our kids right now. But me and my wife are cool. We're good.
All right. But we're going to talk about Chris. We're going to talk about Chris Brown right now. We're going to talk about Chris Brown, and now I'm going to speak about Rhianna and her fuckery. I had to cover these parts. So hold on one second. What I'm gonna do, shout out to JD Black. I'm gonna play his video. Give me 1 second. Okay. Mhm. I'm gonna take over to JD Black, and that's a different video. I'm gonna probably discuss. Another black woman unalive another black woman, but the pro blacks ain't gonna discuss that. Yeah, I mean it's a joke. These social media pro blacks, they don't call out black women violence. They'll call out black men on black men violence, but the thing is, it's about um, views. We care about views. We don't care about the meat of the message. So, um, let me see. I'll just play JD Black's video. Let me know if you can hear it.
This home and auto bundle, Extrava Festa Save-a-thon. Time to ring the savings bell.
Put a one in the chat if you can the video.
What's going on, guys? Jada Black here. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I don't know if any of you have noticed that there was something trending on Twitter called Miss Amtrak. Okay, and it was trending on Twitter because Chris Brown called a former relevant singer by the name of, is it Keely Williams? Now, she was.
If you can hear the video, put a one in the chat. If you can hear the video, put a one in the chat.
Unfortunately, trying to get attention on Twitter, and she posted a tweet where
these modern heifers love attention. They love attention. Any attention is good attention. That's the sad part.
She had this fake outrage about Chris Brown working with Chloe Bailey. They have a song out together. And she put this tweet out trying to embarrass Chris Brown, even though Keely infamously was known to bully her group mate. And her mother was known to be very disrespectful towards other females. But
that's the thing. That's what a lot of these women are, especially a lot of black women, very disrespectful towards each other. So all this female empowerment is a joke.
It's funny how she wants to demonize Chris Brown over something that happened years ago.
Clicks and views. She trying to get talking cash shit about black men.
Rhianna has pretty much moved on from, and Chris has tried to move on from, but y'all keep trying to remind him of what he did years ago. Now, y'all don't know this particular female is part of the group called 3LW. I remember them, and again, I'm pretty sure some of you guys may have had a crush on her or her other group mates. I did not have a crush on her at all. I would say I was crushing more on her other two group mates than her, but she was the leader of the group, right? And she's also has admitted to having a choo-choo ran on her. That's why she was called Miss Amtrak by Chris Brown.
So she has no room to talk, so she needs to shut up. Fair use, fair use.
Brown. And see, I want y'all to understand something about these heifers, man. She may not care anymore. She is in a point in her life where she feels like the things that she says has zero weight to the point to where she can get on Twitter and try to cancel Chris Brown, and then she ends up getting herself destroyed and getting embarrassed all over social media. You see how that works? When you try to cancel somebody and it comes around on you and you get cooked and destroyed and flambéed and just humiliated all online, all because you wanted some attention. All right. So let's get into this article. This is from Vibe, and it says Chris claps back at Kelly Williams following Chloe Bailey collab criticism, which to me I don't understand. Y'all, you got Dana White who smacked his wife on camera, and y'all forgiving it. Y'all have let it go, right? But y'all still have not let go of what happened with Chris Brown. And also, Chris,
and it's all fake outrage. And you know something? Before I play the video, the rest of the video, and I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna play most of it, but I have to stop right here. Y'all ain't mad at Cardi B for openly admitting on her Instagram Live and openly admitting multiple times that she drugged, robbed, and raped men. She's been violent towards men. She has hired a hitman to harm another female. She has actually targeted other women to be violent. She was violent towards her husband, Offset. Where's the cancel culture for Cardi B? Cardi B is telling y'all, hoe culture, thought culture, be violent, be a stripper, make stripper songs, and guess what? She ain't living that life. Now I don't care if she's the breadwinner or not. It's the way she acts to y'all. She's not like that when she stopped singing, when she stopped making stripper songs, making us down. She has a violent temper towards other women. Y'all don't call it out. She got violent towards other men, making us down. But y'all defending her like she was a sweet Polly purebred. Y'all got to do better. Stop being so biased. Just because they're your favorite celebrity, you don't give them a pass. Keep the same smoke. Keep the same fire. Keep the same energy. Why is that so hard for y'all to do?
Brown also brought up a good point. He talked about Blueface and Krishan Rock and how y'all accept them beating on each other, right? Now, Blueface tried to go back at Chris Brown, but Blueface only.
Blueface and Krishan, another example. Why do y'all let them get away with it? See, there's no balance. Y'all are trifling. You are very trifling. So you're gonna let Krishana and Blueface get away with bloody murder, being DV towards each other. That's okay. You let Rhianna get away with her fuckery, being violent towards men, being violent towards other women, especially towards other black men, being violent towards Chris Brown. Both parties were wrong, and Rhianna was the aggressor. She was well on driving. I have an issue with Chris Brown because you keep hanging with goofy heifers. You keep hanging with these toxic bitches. It's like you have, and then you're getting falsely accused out here. This is why you guys, especially black men, I'm going to say this, stop playing the field. Stop trying to be a player. Stop trying to play. The only time you're a player is when you're playing basketball, when you're playing sports. That's the only time you need to be a Mac. Okay? Because I got to get on Chris Brown because you keep hanging with these trifling 304s. You are what you attract. You are the company you keep. Okay? This is the problem. Rhianna, it's their energy. It's their mindset. It's the reason why they attract certain people. That's why they be in certain situations. They ain't speaking truth to power. I can understand if you're speaking truth to power, that's why you're getting so much heat, like I am. That's why you got to evaluate yourselves. But I don't like this no accountability for the women and accountability for the men. That especially if he's not responsible for a grown person's actions. Just saying.
Proved Chris Brown's point. You know, So, to me, I just think that there are going to be an element of people, unfortunately, that are going to hold this over Chris Brown's head, and that's just what's going to happen. It says, Chris Brown can't seem to catch a break. On Thursday, Chloe Bailey surprised her fans with the Twitter announcement of a new single, How Does It Feel, featuring Chris Brown, to which many critics had something to say, including Keely Williams of 3LW. Quoting Chloe Bailey's tweet, Williams wrote, "Let him come out with his own record. So genius, so captivating that it makes us all forget he beats women. He can't, so he won't. So what does he do? He slowly creeps back into the mainstream by getting small nods for features on Black women's merit." Well, Chris Brown has been relevant and has still been in the mainstream ever since I think pre-cancel culture, Chris Brown pre-cancel culture, he went through a period where he was canceled completely. Like, he couldn't, he just couldn't get anywhere. And then there was a point to where he was let back into the mainstream, so to speak, and he has still been there. Chris Brown is one of the most relevant artists out right now. This guy has been out is making music for a while, for years, since 2015, 2016. I remember seeing his first music video, and he's been able to make a lot of the right music at the right time, and he's still been able to lead a successful life. So, I think that with the canceling, been there, done that. That's why I think that this is pointless. All right, absolutely pointless. She added, Black women who are more talented, more worthy, but give him the okay. I am swatting the effing air right now. Garbage throw up emoji. As you can see the tweet there, as she responded here. See, this is a female again that's looking for some attention. She hasn't been relevant since the early 2000s, and now I guess she's doing interviews and she's talking about her whole phases, and she wants everybody to know about her again. When we don't care about you again. As a matter of fact, I kind of forgot about you until I heard about how you treated your one of your group mates a couple years back. Are you going to apologize?
Tell her, Jay. Call her out on her hypocrisy.
To her? It's always these women who have disrespected and mistreated other women that want to tell men that they need to apologize and respect women. Catching wind of the 36-year-old's criticism, the award-winning singer followed up with a series of Instagram posts and taunts towards the former girl group member. Starting off with an infamous line from Williams' 3LW hit No More, Brown wrote on his IG story,
I was making so much money with DoorDash. I wanted to earn money.
I hate these commercials. But it's always these heifers that have no respect for each other. They don't even like each other, but they want to be on some heifer code. They want to be on bitch code. They a lot of these melanated heifers specifically have the same attitudes as white supremacists. That's how much of a coon Black women are. They never get called out for their cooning like Black men do.
On his IG story, I'm getting kind of tired of your broken promises. Followed by the message, obviously, you are at a point in your life where you either are broke or broken. The fact that you think that you have to speak negatively about me makes you look so lame. Your life and career must suck right now. He added, mind your business would have been best, but I guess you don't have a business or a real job that makes you financially stable. I feel more embarrassed for you and your actual maturity. However, the breezy entertainer didn't stop there. The 33-year-old continued with another IG story saying, if y'all still hate me for a mistake I made as a 17-year-old, please kiss my entire I'm effing 33. I'm so tired of y'all running with this narrative. You weird ass N-words that's meant to say the same ones, are the same ones that tune in every week to see Blueface and Krishan beat the F out of each other in front of.
That's the problem. That is the problem right there.
Same ones are the same ones that tune in every week to see Blueface and Krishan beat the F out of each other in front of the world. But that's okay. It's entertainment. All y'all can, do something disrespectfully. I'm not going to say that. Family friendly. He continued before posting a photo of Keely captioned, "Stop it." I thought this was hilarious because, again, this is what happens when you run your mouth on social media. You're going to get destroyed, and that's exactly what happened here with Keely. After expressing himself about being scrutinized years after an altercation with former girlfriend Rhianna, he decided to taunt Williams some more by going under her comments and joking on her latest choreographed video to her Blueprint song "Talking." Brown left tomato emojis, choo-choo trains, and told her dance with whack and told her that her dance was whack as F. Again, family friendly. As you can see the post there. Speaking to his white counterparts who have also disgraced moments of his career but haven't been canceled, the father of three posted again saying, "Where are the cancel culture with these white artists that date underage women, beat the F out of their wives, giving these ABCs? Oh, that's right. They are your buddies. No more fake love from me. Stay out of my way or get ran over. Simple as that. None of you, and I mean none of you, N words can F with me." He ended before posting the disgraceful stories of several white stars, including Sean Penn, Mel Gibson, Nicolas Cage, Ozzy Osbourne, Tommy Lee, Slash.
Facts. I'm waiting for y'all to call it out. I'm waiting for y'all to call those celebrities. Maybe I want to go for female celebrities. Oh man. The selective outrage has got to stop. Seriously.
Charlie Sheen, Steven Seagal, Emma Roberts, Carmen Electra, Christian Slater, Josh Brolin, Tom Sizemore, James Caan, Vince Neil, and Mickey Rourke. Even though James Caan recently passed away. But I see what he's saying here. Listen, they're never going to judge black people and white people the same, unfortunately, especially black men and white men. Black men and white men are always going to be judged on a different scale. We're always going to be judged on a different scale because society wants people to see a difference. And the difference is black men are violent, white men are not. They're good guys, they're nice guys who wouldn't hurt anyone. That's the perception that the media has put out there. Or if they do something wrong, they can be very apologetic about it, right? That's the image that they put out here. And if y'all don't believe me, look at Dana White. Look at Charlie Sheen. It's got people who are out here doing damage in their own way, right? No.
And my thing is, what about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, but particularly Amber Heard and JG Black is right. There's a different standard between Caucasians versus melanated people, because in a Caucasian-dominated society, it's anti-black for survivalism.
Or as Dana White is concerned, hitting his wife and also having that terrible show on TBS. But I want people just to understand what Chris Brown's mindset is. Chris Brown has to sit and watch others do bad things and never get judged the way he gets judged. All right. There are people who are going to always dislike Chris Brown for whatever reason. I think that he has to understand that's just how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be for Chris Brown. Chris Brown is never going to get from under people's vitriol towards him. That's just how things are with a lot of melanated men. This is the box that we are in, unfortunately. And as for Keely, you got cooked. Stay your ass off Twitter looking to cancel somebody before you get canceled. Okay? So let me think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I will see y'all on the next video.
All right. Now I got one more. And I'm thinking I'm gonna close this video out. I could play more, but I'm like, I got some stuff to do. But also I think I just want to stay on the meat of the subject. I don't want to. I just want to stay in the subject. So I want to play this clip. And this is by a TikToker, Dana Dean, 1987.
The fact that the ASAP Rocky and Rhianna cover upset y'all because he's showing support to his woman, I wish that there were other things in life that upset y'all this much. Like, as a man, I wish it upset you this much to be broke, right? To be unproductive, to just be out here walking through life with no plan. Like, I would.
What? The average salary is for men is 50,000. How we are that's the average. So you have more men productive. Then there's black men who's 40,000. Majority of black men are in the upper middle class who have degrees, who are single and childless and doing well for themselves. What are you talking about? Much as I do like Dana Dean as a person, I don't have a problem with her. But some of the stuff that you women say will be like, I say, oh hell nah. You got a lot of women who are broken, unproductive, got all types of opportunities, all types of handouts that don't give you a leg up, obviously. That says you got to do natural order. So don't get me started. Women want to sit on their ass and sell feet pictures. Look, that's all you want to do. Women want to do nasty shit on OnlyFans and talk about why I can't find a good man or why I can't find a top tier man. Ain't no top tier man gonna be with no 304. He may deal with you. Now I have a problem with you guys dealing with these 304s, but you have no intentions of being committed. Me, on the other hand, I tell them straight up what I want, what I need. No, I just want to fuck with you, and I mean by what I say. And they gonna tell you, I mean by what I say. I'm not gonna lead nobody on. I remember that movie. There's a thin line between love and hate. There is a thin line between love and hate. You know what I'm saying? There's that movie. There's a thin line between love and hate. There's that movie, okay? And anybody who wants to talk, I mean, I'm about to leave soon. But if you want to jump in the box, you're welcome to do so. Last call. If you want to jump in the box and give me your point of view on this broadcast and what I'm speaking about currently, you're welcome to do now. Jump in the box. I just typed the StreamYard link.
that upset you this much. I wish that really triggered you, really did it for you to just be out here broke with no money and not.
It did trigger. Well, actually, it does trigger a lot of men. That's why we got passport bros. That's why we got passport bros. And look at this unfriendly heifer. You can't even smile at a man. No, the heifer that almost hit my damn car. Just looking for a confrontation. No friendly vibes. Just walk around angry at the world. But she's just looking for a confrontation. Bad at it. And she heard what I said. That's why she walked away. She said, let me not bother him. Because I'm about to cook these bitches. That's why we got passport bros. So men are doing well for themselves. What I need men to, especially black men, to do well is to stop cooning. Be in a position so we can check you hoes. And stop letting y'all be hoes and let y'all be ladies, wives, and mothers, and be fit from and cooperative. But that's a tough battle right there, because we have to put in work, and it actually requires a lot of time and resources to build up that infrastructure. And you black women got to support that. Black men, yes, but we got to work together. But black women, y'all got to support that so we can get this done.
Even trying to attempt to do no better. I wish that really upset you like this. I wish that seeing other men not take care of their kids really triggered y'all.
Most men do take care of their kids, bitch. Look at the child support. Most men are fighting to see their kids, but the state won't let it. Why don't you call these women who don't let them? Yes, there are dusties, but not the way y'all talking about it. That's like you're talking about a smaller fraction that y'all choose to just blow up. That y'all use the magnifying glass to magnify and amplify when they are. That's not the majority of men. You got a lot of unfit mothers and women who are not qualified to take care of their kids. So get the fuck out of here with that, Dana.
Like, I wish that was enough to make y'all cut men off on being their friends or even hanging around them at all.
I can't speak for all men, but I ain't hanging with dudes who are grimy like that. But I can tell you, I'm not even dudes who want to just talk about these heifers. But when I say this is what we got to do, and you don't want to do it, I don't fuck with y'all, hoe ass niggas.
I wish that when y'all heard about men having multiple baby mamas and kids everywhere that they don't even see, I wish that really did it for you. Like,
I wish that really did it, that you bitches will stop dealing with those type of guys who got multiple baby mamas. Like, say, hey, how you doing, Cynthia G? You know a man who got multiple baby mamas, y'all say avoid dudes like that, and you get knocked up by them. Now, this is not, I don't have a problem. Like, let me say a sidebar and a side note. That's not a jab at Rob. I don't have a problem with Robert Perkins, okay? I'm just saying, for argument's sake, it's not a diss to Rob. I'm just calling out Cynthia G's hypocrisy. Okay? Too many women are just running their mouths and not living and not practicing what they preach and teach. Y'all just talking off of trauma. You're not thinking things critically and intelligently, and you're not identifying and being connected with your emotions and not dealing with your past hurts and traumas. You're not working on your mental health. You're not working on emotional healing like you tell us men to do. But I think if women are the emotional ones, y'all should have this down packed, but y'all don't. Why don't you focus on that? Focus on that healing before you give advice. If you're going to give advice, make sure you're doing what you say you're doing before you advise anybody. And actually been winning in life for the last 10 years, 20 years. You've been whooping ass. You've been achieving. So you're in a position and qualified to give advice. But you women do not want to take advice from them type of women. Hell, y'all don't even want to listen to men because they don't make you feel good. Oh, it's not sexy. Oh, it'll make me tingle. It's on some stupid shit. I'm tired of y'all.
That really triggered you all the way. Because the stuff that should be upsetting y'all as men don't hit y'all like it should. But the stuff that
I know you talk about men, Dana, but the stuff that upsets a lot of these heifers, that y'all should have. Y'all need to be. Y'all should be triggered and getting your life right before you tell men to do it. See, again, even when it comes to the gender politics and the gender war, y'all got women telling men what they got to do, but they're not doing it. And then you got men who are actually doing it, and these guys like fuck this and get discouraged and like fuck this. Why should I do these things? Before I play the rest of her video, what I saw on that cover of Rhianna just being a dirty ass feminist hoe, dusty, trifling, toxic, and the dude she with is very effeminate and bitch made. That's why men are upset about that. We're tired of you women supporting that type of bullshit.
Should be in support of, like somebody like a Russell Wilson stepping up and taking care of a man's.
Oh hell no! I no damn no! I'm not supporting Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson with Sierra. Oh, he is sucker simp. And look how Sierra disrespects him every chance he get. I'm not supporting that, Dana. And yeah, you're gonna be. I'm gonna have to cook you. I'm gonna have to cook you. I'm gonna have to do this out of love, baby.
Who out here trying to repopulate the earth, that is what bothers you, right? The stuff that bothers you ain't the stuff that really should be bothered. Or Russell Wilson stepping up and taking care of a man's child who out here trying to repopulate the earth, that is what bothers you, right? The stuff that bothers you ain't the stuff that really should be bothering you, because y'all are backwards. You're really
like you have raised us to be. Y'all are the first teachers of the children, so that's your L.
More concerned about this man being behind his woman in support of her on a major magazine cover than you are men being bums and not taking care of their kids. That ain't gonna sit.
You got women who ain't taking care of the kids, they ain't got custody of the kids, dropping off a grandma and auntie, and just leaving them, just abandoning their children. Dana, did you ever call out that woman who abandoned her children, didn't feed them? Did you ever call out that woman who beat in Jacksonville, Florida, who suffocated her child, beat up her kid, starved her kid, and the child died? What about the women mothers who abuse let their children, let other people, the dudes that they're dealing with, molest and rape and abuse the kids, emotionally, physically, and verbally and mentally? What about that, Dana? I gotta call you out on that one. What about the women who just don't take care of their kids and just dead? You got a lot of women who are deadbeat moms. And they have custody of kids and they ain't doing what they're supposed to be doing. Just a sorry excuse for an adult.
Right with me. The fact that
now I gotta find out because this is my last video. This today's subject. So I'm just trying to find out Chris Brown. You ever find the video? I'm trying to find the video. This is the video.
So my little unsolicited opinion about the Chris Brown situation is, honestly, I'm not even sure why he even acknowledged it. It was clear it was a slow day on Twitter, and those miserable people who.
That's because first of all, if you never had faced some type of stigmas of being called a pedophile, a rapist, an abuser, when you're not and you just got into an altercation, you don't do this on the regular. Since Chris Brown don't have a refuge, it's not attacking and fucking with people. But here's the problem I have with you women. Y'all deal with dudes who do that though. And y'all defend them like Taz exclusives on YouTube. Y'all pick and choose what type of men you want to defend and throw underneath the bus. This is the problem with black women. FBA ain't shit black heifers. Y'all defend certain men. Some of y'all defend men who are rapists that you know are rapists and child molesters, and y'all still deal with them, and then bring around your children and your family's children. What's wrong with y'all?
Congregate on that app didn't have nothing better to do than to make up some fake outrage about him having a song with Chloe Bailey.
I agree with her on that part.
He wasn't lying when he brought up the situation with Krishan and Blueface. Y'all absolutely glorified this couple. I can't escape it. I done tried everything to get out of this group chat, and I can't get out of it. But somehow y'all are so intrigued with these two dysfunctional people who love to beat on each other and are completely toxic. But somehow...
Man, it's so funny. They never call out women for toxic. Not saying her, but I'm talking about in general.
Y'all love to keep bringing up his DV situations. Now, keep in mind, he deserves his DV situation to keep being brought.
And if that's the case, then Rhianna needs to deserve her DV situation and her multiple DV situations. Because my thing was, Rhianna put the beaters on Chris, okay? I don't care. And just because somebody looks more injured than the other doesn't mean that they're a victim. That's stupid. I can be a big ass dude and beat on a small dude, but the small dude want to fuck with me, they're going to deal with the consequences. I wish y'all had that same outrage when it comes to police. Police officers can just be emotional, trigger happy, shoot down unarmed people and talk about I'm in fear of my life and get off. Where's the outrage in that? The police officer can have no scratches and beat up on a woman and shoot her dead, especially a black woman, and there's no outrage on that. And then y'all want to talk. Then y'all want to do the fake outrage, and then call on BLM and the NAACP, the national, what y'all call the NAA coon P. Bunch of coons in that in the NCAA coon organization. That's what I call them. Go along to get along. We pray, we forgive, we do ineffective shit that don't get us free and don't make no real change.
Because it wasn't just Rhianna, right? He had DV situations with Karrueche as well. So we ain't gonna.
That doesn't mean. But my thing is, if he's getting acquitted, now here's the thing with Chris Brown. He need to look in the mirror and stop and be careful of what type of company he keeps around him, what type of women he chooses to deal with. He should be a passport bro. To be honest with you, he should be a passport bro. So he don't have to deal with these toxic heifers. I don't understand why a lot of you men who are well-to-do don't exercise your right to travel. You got more resources than me, and y'all don't travel. Y'all don't explore. You don't be a passport bro. There's something wrong with that. Chris Brown needs to be careful of the company he keeps, but when you have a bunch of hyenas, a bunch of white hyenas, a bunch of cave hoe hyenas, a bunch of cave hyena heifers, racist, misandric bitches who want to demonize Chris Brown and these coon, black feminist, Negro bellish, ghetto gacking bitches support white feminists and the Democrats, and that's why it will make any man crumble, be suicidal, snap. Y'all don't deal with that because y'all have coverings. Men don't have that.
Like it was only Rhianna, but Blueface wasn't lying when he said he picked the wrong girl to put his hands on, because that is true. Rhianna being as big as she is part of the reason why he would.
And my thing is, Rhianna put hands on Chris first and accused him of a bunch of shit. Went at him. He driving the car trying to calm her down. I don't care if he was messing around. You're going to put your life and his life in danger, and other people, because my thing on a situation like that, if a man, first of all, there's no marriage, there's no intention of marriage, there's no intention of family. Rhianna is not a family, or a lot of these modern heifers are not wifey material. And no disrespect to you, Dana Dean, 1987, no disrespect. You don't strike me as wifey material.
Never be able to live down putting his hands on her. He didn't put his hands on.
but it's okay for her to put hands on him, and she the one who is abusive, known to be abusive. But ain't no AP, there ain't no all points bulletin when it comes to violent women. They get to walk around and get away with and not only that, do stuff to y'all, to you women.
Some no name girl who nobody cares about, because guess what? Whenever somebody talk about him putting his hands on somebody, it's a reason why everybody defaults to Rihanna and nobody really thinks about the situation with Carucci, because Rihanna's the bigger name. So everybody's always going to hit the situation with him and DV to Rihanna, even though he's had DV situations with more than just Rihanna. At the end of the day, do I feel bad?
A lot of these women are capping though. A lot of these women, a lot of these are the aggressors. And that this is the problem. These women will target men who are vulnerable by the legal system because they know they can get away with it. And that needs to be talked about. But these women are not going to give up their position of unchecked female privilege for the betterment of the world. That's how selfish these heifers are.
After him being blackballed? No, I don't. You know why? Because he's blackballed dark-skinned women out of his section at the club. So guess.
Are you serious?
Even though he's had DV situations with more than just Rihanna. At the end of the day, do I feel bad for him being blackballed? No, I don't. You know why? Because he's blackballed dark-skinned women out of his section at the club. So guess what? It is what it is.
Are you serious? So because he doesn't want to deal with dark-skinned women. So because he has a certain preference. But I got a question. Why do you black heifers, especially you dark-skinned heifers, still support him financially? Why do y'all still buy his music and stuff? Despite him being a woman beater, why are you crying that he don't want to fuck with you? You see how retarded these modern heifers are. You see how retarded and mentally ill these bitches are. You cannot make this stuff up. So because he don't look, and to be honest, okay, that's wrong to be that type of asshole. But I'm sorry, a lot of these women. It's funny because there's women who blackball men who are out of shape. There's women who blackball men who got mental health issues that actually started with them. Maybe not them personally, but other women. But they don't have no empathy at all. Women lack empathy. No sympathy. Nobody sympathy, but they have no empathy. Just to look like they care, but they don't. You have women who are blackballed dark-skinned dudes who are a hardworking man whose blue collar makes average salary, 40 to 50,000 or less. Blackball them. You got women who blackball men who are short, who are not Denzel Brad Pitt, they blackball men who are got meat on their bones, even though they will sleep with these heavy chubby guys. They will have relations with these chubby guys and snuggle with them, depending on the season. You got women who are blackball men if they don't have a personal means of transportation, even though she's taking the bus herself. Or they assume that he don't have a car because he's taking the bus, but even though she don't have no means of personal transportation because her car been repossessed multiple times. You know what I'm saying? You have women who will blackball men. Oh, I don't. Out of their club, you got women who do the same thing. Female celebrities who actually do the same thing. They're just more slicker about it because they don't want to look like hypocrites. So get out of here with that, Dana.
At the end of the day, he's an amazing artist, amazing singer, amazing performer. You cannot take that from him. But as far as a person, as far as his character, absolutely flawed. Keeley Williams, the girl from 3LW, absolutely should have minded her business. That's the reason why she puts the L in 3LW with the loss she took, being the only member out of the group whose career never took off, even though her mama was the manager. That's pathetic. But yeah, those are my random thoughts about it. Chris Brown should have really never even acknowledged it. He should have just let the miserable people on Twitter do what they do best, which is just be messy because they ain't got no life outside of the internet.
Now I admit that she was funny on that, and she does got pretty feet. I would love to just I would give her a nice foot massage for starters, just to find out if she likes that. You know what I'm saying? But anyhow, the thing about this is that, I can't say I understand because the allegations, it can break a man down. I mean, the false allegations, you being stigmatized, even if you made a mistake. And the thing is, but you was not you didn't initiate no violence. It's a lot of these females who initiate these violence that don't get called out, but they're looked at as sugar and spice and everything nice when they're not. Nothing like that. And this is the reason why we got these false narratives, and a lot of these simps enable this shit, especially in today's times. But anyhow, it's just ridiculous. It is, but it is what it is. You got these antisocial people out here, attitudes, don't want to smile, don't want to be friendly, want to be extra. It's just you got so many toxic people. What can I say? But anyway, hit the like button. Links in the description box. Will be in the description box. Support the show via Cash App. $ big ball. No, $ big man C83 PayPal. Pay me / Big Boss Calvin 1983. No, I'm sorry about pay. It's my PayPal is either at my personal email address that you can check on my old videos if you want to do that. But my PayPal is PayPal me / Big Boss Calvin 83. Signing off. Take care. Stay tuned for the next video and next live stream.